China's new AI agents could change SEO forever. 3 powerful new AI models from China are starting to change the way people think about SEO, digital marketing, and automation. And the most shocking part is this. Many of these tools are either free, open weights, or extremely low cost to use. We are not talking about basic chatbots that simply answer questions. We are talking about autonomous AI agents that can write advanced code, process huge amounts of information, read your computer screen, click through websites, and complete long multi-step workflows with very little human involvement. One model uses a massive 1 trillion parameter architecture. Another can process an entire book's worth of text in a single prompt. And another can visually interact with your computer like a digital worker moving across your screen. For SEO, this is a major shift. Because SEO is still one of the most powerful ways to drive free, high-intent traffic to a website, business, or offer. Paid ads stop when your money runs out, but organic search traffic can continue bringing visitors, leads, and customers long after the content is published. In this video, we are breaking down 3 major Chinese AI models, what makes them different, and how they could transform SEO workflows for business owners, marketers, creators, and developers. Traditional SEO is time-consuming. You have to research keywords, analyze competitors, audit content, find weak pages, fix technical problems, track rankings, study search intent, build topic clusters, review analytics, and then repeat the process over and over again. That is why many businesses either ignore SEO completely or pay agencies thousands of dollars per month to handle it. But autonomous AI agents are starting to change that. Instead of manually doing every small task, you can now use AI models to build tools, analyze large content libraries, automate research, and even navigate dashboards for you. This does not mean SEO becomes effortless. And it does not mean AI can magically rank a weak website overnight. But it does mean the execution side of SEO is becoming faster, cheaper, and more automated than ever before. The first model is KIM-K 2.7 code, developed by Moonshot AI and launched on June 12, 2026. This model is especially important because it is an open weights release. That means developers can download it and run it on their own infrastructure without needing to rely completely on a closed platform. The architecture is massive. KIM-K 2.7 code uses a mixture of expert system with a 1 trillion parameter pool. But it does not activate all of those parameters at once. Instead, it only activates around 32 billion parameters depending on the task. Think of it like a huge company filled with specialists. You do not need every employee working on every job. You only call in the specific experts needed for that exact task. That is what makes this model powerful and efficient at the same time. It also includes a 256,000 word context window, which makes it useful for long coding sessions, automation workflows, and complex development projects. Compared to earlier versions from Moonshot AI, this model reportedly uses around 30% fewer thinking tokens. That means it can skip unnecessary reasoning loops, move faster, and reduce execution costs. For developers and technical marketers, that matters. Because faster execution means more experiments, more automation, and more SEO tools built in less time. Here is where this becomes practical. Imagine you run a business, a content site, a community, or a digital product. Normally, keyword research requires using expensive SEO tools, manually checking search queries, and organizing everything in spreadsheets. But with a coding-focused AI agent like KIM-K 2.7 code, you could ask it to build your own internal keyword research tool. For example, you could give it a prompt like, build a keyword research app that accepts a seed topic, finds 20 long-tail keyword ideas, organizes them by search intent, estimates ranking difficulty, and groups them into content clusters. Your seed topic might be something like AI automation for small business. The model could then help create a tool that organizes related search terms, groups them by difficulty, and gives you a roadmap for what content to create first. Instead of manually brainstorming ideas for hours, you could have an internal SEO assistant that helps structure your entire content strategy. That is the real value. These models are not just answering SEO questions. They can help build the tools that perform SEO work. The second model is GLM 5.2, released in mid-June 2026 by Zhipu AI, which operates internationally as ZAI. This model is also open weights and is distributed under a highly permissive MIT license. There has been some confusion around its size. Some early reports described it as a 1 trillion parameter model. But the actual architecture appears to be closer to the 744 to 753 billion parameter range, with roughly 40 billion parameters activated dynamically per prompt. But the biggest feature is not just the parameter count. The defining feature is the context window. GLM 5.2 has a massive 1 million word context window. That is a major deal for SEO. Because SEO is not only about one article, it is about the entire structure of a website. The way pages connect, the way topics overlap, the way keywords compete, the way authority flows from one piece of content to another. And with a context window that large, you can analyze a full content library in one session. Think about a website with 200 blog posts. Traditionally, auditing that site could take days or even weeks. You would need to check which articles are outdated, which ones are too thin, which ones target the same keywords, which ones need internal links, which ones are missing key topics, and which ones are hurting the overall structure of the site. This is where GLM 5.2 becomes extremely useful, because it can hold a massive amount of content in memory at once. You could feed it an entire website's article library. Then you could ask it to identify major SEO problems. For example, find pages that are competing for the same keyword. That problem is called keyword cannibalization. It happens when multiple pages on your site accidentally fight each other for the same Google ranking. Instead of one strong page ranking, Google sees several similar pages and may not know which one to prioritize. GLM 5.2 could help detect that. You could also ask it to find thin content. These are articles that are too short, too generic, or not useful enough to compete in search results. You could ask it to identify topic gaps. These are missing content opportunities where your audience is searching for information, but your site has no strong page targeting that subject. You could ask it to organize your existing articles into topic clusters. You could ask it to recommend internal links. You could ask it to create a full content improvement plan. That kind of site-wide analysis is where a massive context window becomes valuable. It lets the model understand the whole website instead of judging one page at a time. But there is one important thing people need to understand. AI can help you create content faster. AI can help you analyze data faster. AI can help you build tools faster. AI can help you find SEO opportunities faster. But AI does not automatically make Google trust your website. That is the authority bottleneck. If your domain has no trust, no backlinks, no reputation, and no strong authority signals, then even good content may struggle to rank. You could publish hundreds of AI-assisted articles. You could build powerful SEO dashboards. You could automate keyword research. But if Google does not trust your site, most of that content may sit with little to no traffic. That is why SEO still needs strategy. You need quality content. You need topical authority. You need strong internal linking. You need trustworthy signals. You need real backlinks. You need a site structure that makes sense. AI agents can handle a lot of the execution, but they cannot magically replace domain authority. The best approach is to use AI for speed while still building a real SEO foundation. The third model is Qwen 3.7 Plus, released by Alibaba on June 1st, 2026. This may be the most visually impressive model of the three. Qwen 3.7 Plus combines a 1 million word context window with multimodal computer vision. That means it can process text, but it can also understand what is happening on a computer screen. This changes the type of work AI can do. Instead of only working with typed prompts, Qwen 3.7 Plus can visually read interfaces, interpret buttons, understand dashboards, move a virtual cursor, and click through websites like a human assistant. That matters because a lot of SEO work happens inside dashboards. Google Analytics, Google Search Console, keyword tracking tools, CMS platforms, content planners, rank tracking software, spreadsheet dashboards, reporting tools. A huge amount of SEO work is not creative. It is repetitive dashboard navigation. Click here, export this, compare that, copy these numbers. Check which pages are dropping. Look for traffic changes. Organize the results. That is exactly the kind of work a visual AI agent could help automate. Imagine giving an AI agent a command like this. Open my analytics dashboard, find the top 10 traffic pages, compare them against keyword rankings, identify which pages are losing position, and create a checklist of what to fix first. A normal chatbot cannot do that by itself. It can give you advice. It can explain what to look for. But it cannot visually click through your actual dashboards unless it has computer use abilities. A visual agent like Qwen 3.7 Plus can read the screen, navigate menus, locate the right metrics, compare data, and compile a useful action list. That could save hours of manual SEO reporting. Instead of spending an afternoon pulling CSV files and copying metrics from one dashboard to another, you could have an AI agent do the repetitive work. Then you focus on the decisions. Which pages should be updated? Which keywords matter most? Which content needs expansion? Which traffic drops are serious? Which technical issues need attention first? That is the real shift. The AI agent becomes an administrative SEO worker. It does not replace strategy. but it can dramatically reduce the manual workload. One of the most impressive parts of Qwen 3.7 Plus is its endurance. Alibaba reportedly tested the agent on a long autonomous workflow where it operated for more than 11 hours. During that time, it moved through over 1,000 interface steps and generated more than 10,000 lines of code across different environments. That kind of long-duration execution is important, because real work does not always happen in one quick prompt. Real workflows involve many steps. Open a dashboard, check a report, compare data, export results, write code, test it, fix errors, update the plan, move to the next task. If AI agents can stay reliable through long workflows, they become much more useful for business operations. For SEO, this could mean automated audits, reporting, competitor checks, keyword monitoring, content updates, and dashboard reviews that run with minimal supervision. These three models show where AI is heading. In 2024, the focus was mostly on chatbots. People were amazed that AI could talk, answer questions, summarize text, and generate ideas. In 2025, the focus moved toward reasoning models. These were systems that could think more deeply, solve harder problems, and handle more complex instructions. But in 2026, the focus is shifting again. Now we are entering the era of autonomous agents. These systems do not just respond, they act. They write code. They click through interfaces. They process massive amounts of information. They build tools. They complete workflows. They can run for hours. That is a completely different kind of AI. For SEO and digital marketing, this means the people who only use AI to write blog posts are thinking too small. The real opportunity is using AI agents to build systems. Keyword systems, content systems, audit systems, reporting systems, dashboard systems, internal automation systems. That is where the major advantage will come from. The smartest way to use these tools is not to replace your entire SEO strategy with AI. The smartest way is to divide the work. Use coding agents like Kimk 2.7 code to build internal SEO tools. Use massive context models like GLM 5.2 to analyze full content libraries and identify site-wide opportunities. Use visual agents like Qwen 3.7 Plus to navigate dashboards, collect data, and handle repetitive reporting tasks. Then use human judgment for the final strategy. Because SEO still requires understanding the business. It requires understanding the customer. It requires understanding trust, authority, competition, and search intent. AI can move faster than a human on execution, but humans still need to decide what actually matters. The winning workflow is not human versus AI. It is human strategy plus AI execution. These new Chinese AI models are not just another wave of chatbots. They represent a major shift toward autonomous digital workers. Kimk 2.7 code can help build custom SEO tools and automate technical workflows. GLM 5.2 can analyze massive content libraries and uncover site-wide SEO problems. Qwen 3.7 Plus can visually navigate dashboards, pull reports, and complete repetitive interface-based tasks. Together, they show where SEO is going. The future is not just writing more content faster. The future is building AI-powered systems that research, analyze, organize, report, and execute. But there is one thing to remember. AI can speed up the work. It can reduce manual effort. It can help you find opportunities faster. But it cannot magically create authority, trust, or backlinks for a weak website. So the best strategy is to combine both sides. Use AI agents to automate the heavy workload. Use human strategy to build trust, authority, and long-term search visibility. Because in this new era, the people who win at SEO will not be the ones who simply publish the most AI content. The winners will be the ones who build the smartest AI-powered systems.